welcome to the very first Everyone Matters podcast, where we're going to be talking all things inclusion and diversity. I'm Kendra, Senior Inclusion and Engagement Manager, and a big part of my work, as you might have guessed from my title, is creating and delivering our I&D strategy for both Superdrug and for Savers. Over the coming months, you'll be hearing from all of our employee networks as they take turns to host their own podcasts. I'm kicking things off today and delighted to say that with me is Peter Macnab, CEO, and Jo Mackie, Customer and People Director. Hello.
Hello, Kendra.
Hello. So we're here to talk about inclusion and diversity. Peter, why is this topic so important to you?
Kendra, I love Savers and Superdrug, and I want us to be the best retailer on the high street. We can only be the best when every employee feels valued, engaged and included.
And I know you're very passionate about our customers. How do you see inclusion impacting customer engagement and our customer love scores?
There are a lot of studies that show that companies that are more inclusive are more successful and profitable, so it makes good business sense. Also, diverse teams bring more knowledge, experience, perspective, which in turn helps us to appeal to our increasingly diverse customer base. There's a lot of research that links diversity to business. For example, 65% of customers would choose a brand with strong inclusion and diversity message, and 56% of shoppers would switch brands if products did not meet their needs or offer products where their diversities were not met.
Fantastic, really interesting. And Jo, you're very passionate about inclusion, so much so that it's now a key pillar of our people strategy.
It is.
Could you tell us a bit about why you see inclusion as a key part of the employee experience?
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought I'd share a story, and Peter, I might have told you about this already, but one of our training managers was telling me about a workshop that they were doing, and on the workshop was a team leader, and he had joined us about 12 months previously, and before that he was with another retailer. And he was a gay young man, aged 21, and the previous company he'd been at, he had had a pretty torrid time actually, been bullied, though he hadn't come out to his previous employer or the team he worked with. They used to tease him, and he was in a pretty sad place. Anyway, on this training, the story he shared was that once he joined us, he was able to be himself. He came out to the team, to his store manager. He got promoted to team leader. He was looking to become an assistant manager, and his whole life had turned around because he'd felt included in work. And that for me is what it's all about, because he now is making a huge contribution to the business. He's somebody for the future. Personally, he's happier. His mental well-being's in a much better place. And we've got some talent that other retailers missed out on. So it's just got to be a win-win for everybody. So that for me is why inclusion is so important to what we do.
Fantastic, and that's absolutely the heart of our Everyone Matters strapline, isn't it? That everybody feels that they have a place here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant. So we've got our Everyone Matters strategies I just mentioned, and we have 6 employee networks. Should we all do a quick summary of what the networks are for our listeners?
I always have to count them all.
Okay, well I'll start then. I'll start with gender equality, because that's been around probably the longest now, about 4 years. Its aim is to create a workplace that is fair and supportive for all genders, and to focus on building a strong pipeline of female talent so that we have a future leadership team that is gender balanced. We've got, as part of the gender equality, we have a really great partnership with the Retail Week Be Inspired campaign. So we have lots of free workshops, free development opportunities, leadership programs, and an amazing annual conference that we got to take a lot of our employees to. Information is always on the Core Lab and on the Hub and Mango, so do look out for this information because it's fantastic.
We've had such good feedback as well.
We have, yeah, it's a really great day, so if you can get a space to come to that conference, it's super, and the workshops.
Let me mention Access All Areas, because it is the network that I'm the sponsor of. So Access All Areas is all about saying that no matter what your background, what your education, you can do whatever you want to do. And I think retail's a really special place for that, that people's careers can just develop. And certainly we've got loads of examples in the business of people who maybe haven't been to uni and have got to a decent place. Me being one of them, and you being the other one, Peter.
I'm not sure that universities were invented when I was leaving school, but yeah. But let me tell you about our wellbeing network. Our wellbeing network focuses on the physical, mental and financial wellbeing of our employees. Their aim is to embed wellbeing as a culture to allow our teams to do their best work.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
We've also got the LGBTIQ network. So if you don't know, that's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, intersex, queer plus. Their mission is to be visible, supportive and an engaging network that's celebrating gender expression and sexual identity so that you can be you at work. In particular, look out for their celebrations next week because they're celebrating their first birthday, and also it's National Coming Out Day on the 11th of October, so we've got some plans for that next week.
And then Make Work Work Network is all about making work for everybody, whether you're a parent, a carer, or just want a better work-life balance. So how we look at improving our flexible working is a big focus for the network, and especially for our retail teams, because we know it's really important.
So that's 5, and then the last one, number 6. Certainly not the least one, is the BAEM network, which stands for Black, Asian, Ethnic Minority. The aim of the BAEM network is to be the employer of choice that attracts a diverse workforce, harnesses people's unique backgrounds and talents for the benefit of individuals and, of course, for our customers.
Fantastic. And it's Black History Month right now. The BAME network are busy celebrating that, so do check out what's going on the Hub and on Mango at Savers as well. So that's the 6 employee networks. Well done. So what have been, for both of you, this question, what have been your personal highlights so far from the networks?
Kendra, I'm really proud of the work the Access All Areas Network have been doing, giving quality work experience and job opportunity to young people leaving care and those from more disadvantaged backgrounds. As many people will know, I'm a big supporter of our Apprentice programme too. I genuinely believe that here at Superdrug and Savers, it's programmes such as this that can really make an important difference to a young person's career and indeed their whole life.
For me, I think it was really recently at the store managers conference, just to see the number of people that were talking to those people on the stand and really wanted to get involved and really felt that it was important that an important part of our strategy and important for customers as well, because I think there's certainly the feedback I got from store managers was that they think that inclusion's important as it to be a great place to work, but inclusion's also important for our customers, and that whole accessibility for both Superdrug and Savers means that we are open to all, and I think it's good for the brands.
Yeah, and we see that coming through, don't we, on the Customer Loves commentary as well. So that's a bit about what we're about and some of the great things we've already done this year. In terms of what else is coming up, I've mentioned Black History Month. What else is happening this year?
Well, next Friday, the LGBTIQ Network are celebrating their first birthday too, and National Coming Out Day, with what sounds like a really great panel event in the cafe at Croydon.
And yeah, if you can be there, get yourself down there.
And then also the following month we've got the Gender Equality Network. We'll be celebrating International Men's Day, which is always the question we get on International Women's Day.
And there is one. Brilliant. And away from the six networks, there's more stuff happening, if I can just mention that too. So we've got some e-learning that we'll be launching for all employees around inclusive leadership and unconscious bias. We've also been running some workshops and webinars around the same subject. So we've started with exec and some senior managers, and we'll be cascading that down and doing a lot more of that into 2020. For stores, we've got some lovely 2020 Everyone Matters calendars, which we're going to send out. They've got some hints and tips on how to be more inclusive, both for employees and customers. And it also shares some of the key dates that we celebrate, so you will know when you can get involved. Of course, there's going to be lots more going on as we head into 2020 as well. And so to finish today, is there one last message you would like to give our listeners with regards to Everyone Matters and inclusion here at Savers and Superdrug? Jo?
Yeah, I think the key one for me is about being an ally. So it's really easy to associate with a group that's easy to associate. So I can associate with gender equality, and I can associate with access all areas and wellbeing, but maybe less so with the other networks. However, I can absolutely be an ally of those networks and look at equality and inclusion for people that do associate with them. So for me, it doesn't matter what your background, what your ethnicity, you can get involved with all networks and be a real ally and supporter of those networks.
Yeah, love
that. Sorry. The other thing I wanted to mention was a mentoring programme. So in the Gender Equality Network, we've just launched a mentoring programme for women by women. So we've got a whole load of senior women who have put their hand up and are willing to give time to other women in the business to support them in their careers. Interestingly, and this is a trait of women, we haven't had many people want to do it, and that's because women are less likely to put their hand up for help or think that they should. So ladies out there, if you would like to get involved in our Women by Women mentoring programme, it's on the hub, it's on Mango. Have a look and please get involved. We'd love to talk to you.
Fantastic.
I think the mentoring programme is fantastic, and from a personal point of view, I've been involved in the past year in reverse mentoring, where I've got the benefit of having a younger member of the team who really has done an awful lot to help me understand more about social media and more about generally how young people think about life and how they shop. And,
you went
it's been
shopping,
fantastic.
didn't you?
Of course we went shopping.
Yeah, and it's worth mentioning that we have mentoring programmes for everybody, as well as the exclusive one. We'll also be looking next year actually at whether we can do a very specific BAME mentoring, but yeah, there is mentoring opportunities for everybody available. Thanks. And Peter, anything else you'd like to add?
I just want to echo Jo's comments from previously. You don't have to get involved with every network and every event, but I would really like and encourage everybody to acknowledge that everyone has a part to play to make our workplace an even better place to work for every single employee and colleague and every single customer. I'm really excited about what's coming up in 2020, and it's only a few months away, so really looking forward to it.
Got peak first, haven't we?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Well, thank you both, and thanks for your time today. It's been really insightful. That's all for today. As I said, keep a lookout for some other Employee Network podcasts coming up soon. I think the LGBTIQ+ team, I've got one coming up very soon, and there'll be more from us later this year and next year. So thank you, Peter. Goodbye.
Bye, Kendra.
Thank you, Jo. Goodbye.
Thanks, Kendra.
Goodbye.
Bye.